Yes, we are.
All right. So it's the 17th of October, another bulletin, another day. And today we have Dr. Rupa Shah, the founder of Global Vegan Business Expo. And we have two panel speakers, guest speakers, who will be speaking at the Global Vegan Business Expo. That's starting on the 30th of October to the 1st of November. So here we have a vegan baker, Rithika Ramesh, who's based in Mumbai. Yeah. Hi, Rithika.
Hi, hi. Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're just glad to have you on the panel. And also here is another one of our guest speakers and a long-time associate with the through the Ahimsa Festival is Shweta Savla, who is the founder of UFCI, right? Hi, Shweta.
UFCI Foundation.
Yes. Everybody on this, or both the speakers have multifaceted personalities. Rithika Ramesh has been an entrepreneur of a startup, and she's a vegan baker and an animal lover and a vegan mom now. And Shweta Savla is a dancer. She does a lot of things. She's also a very good speaker and an animal advocate. So hello both of you. So let's start with Rithika. Please tell us a little bit about your vegan journey.
Yeah, sure. I went vegan about 12 years ago, almost 12 years ago. And so at that point, there were very few vegans in Bombay. The community was really small. And I think Dr. Rupa Shah was one of the first few vegans I met even at that time. And then I started a vegan bakery, which I used to run from my home. And it just allowed me to meet so many more vegans. Yeah, and then after about 6 years, I became a mom to a girl and then another boy. So now I'm a full-time vegan mom, raising 2 kids and a vegan dog.
Wow.
Wow. So are there any challenges or were there any questions in your family when you decided to make such a change?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, initially, yes, 11 years ago, no one in my family had even heard of the word vegan. Even when I heard it for the first time, it was a bit shocking to me that I was supporting something so cruel. But eventually they got used to it. And then even, through my vegan pregnancy, nobody around me knew anybody who was vegan and pregnant at the same time. So again, that was one of many firsts in my life and in the life of my family and people around me. Yeah, it's still hard to meet people who've been vegan and pregnant and who are raising vegan kids even today. But it's not as hard as it was earlier.
Okay. So I think the vegan mom panel that we have put up at the expo, where all the vegan moms and the challenges they are facing, I think it's pretty relevant.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have moms. I'm from Mumbai. We have one joining us from New York and one joining us from London. They're all Indians settled abroad. So it'll be a nice global perspective to the whole idea and process of raising vegan kids. So it'll be really interesting. Yeah.
Yes, awesome. So Shweta, tell us a little bit about your journey. You came from a Jain family and you have many obstacles or a lot of skepticism. And from
Yes.
and 1 or 2 years later, you even set up your own group, and that's doing well right now. So what
Yes.
was your journey like?
So my journey has been awesome. Of course, it's like ups and downs because we go through a lot of you know questions, and we go through a lot of hate also because people don't like to hear the truth. So we are basically spreading the awareness, educating people. We do a lot of activism in different forms. So then we do online activism, offline activism, and more of offline activism. But right now, because of COVID, we are unable to do anything. So we are more focusing on online activism because many people have enough of time right now. They are spending more and more time on social media. And so this is the right time that we are focusing more on. And I think the reach of online social media is a lot more. So yes, that is also helping us. And so many people, especially in India, now the problem is that people those are inclined into religion, or the ones who have their own set of beliefs. Sorry, I got a call.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yes, go on.
Okay. So yeah, so there are many misconceptions and cognitive dissonance that people in India think that cows and buffaloes are treated very well and they are considered as sacred in dairy industry, or otherwise also. But then there's a lot of myth, that people have been conditioned with and indoctrinated since childhood. So we are, you know, so basically people have been brainwashed and we are just clearing all that. So this is what we do every now and then. And yeah, I think being just a vegan is not enough for anyone, in fact. And this is why I think the moral baseline has to be vegan activism. And I think everyone, in fact, everyone is doing activism in their own way. It's not necessary that you have to do something on ground, or or something online. I mean, there are different ways you can do activism. I think even people who are into business are doing activism in their own way, and this is a great platform for all those business people. So I really appreciate all the steps that you have taken, that Dr. Rupa Shah has taken, and obviously the expo that I think, no, is the festival, Ahimsa festival, and then One Earth festival, whatever she did was like a great step ahead, and like a feather on the hat for Mumbai, for in fact activism in India, I would say, because not many people knew about vegan products or even veganism for that matter. So I think everything is really helping a lot, and of course we are all in this together. It's not necessary that you have to be like an activist, but then yeah, we all can do everything on our own level.
Okay.
So yes, and we do, of course, we never miss any chance. It may be college lectures, or it may be outreaches, it may be wall painting, it may be whatever, online activism, videos making. So we just try to educate people in whatever way we can, and yeah, so we all are here together in this.
When I look at the two of you, I see one thing in common, that both of you all have very varied personalities. Because Shweta is a designer, she's a full-time designer, and her profile as an outreach or as an animal activist, is so strong, and yet she finds time to work, and she manages to find time to even do outreaches, both online and offline. Similarly with you, even Rithika, that to handle two children and create a correct environment, a very aware environment, and balancing that with your family. So, only you know probably that what you're going through. Much of that is not seen as a vegan mom. So, I mean, do you want to also throw light on that?
I think the best way to throw light on that is by just, living and leading by example. Because no matter how much I tell people about, maybe the horrors of the dairy industry, or, like, it just seems like you're being too preachy. But when they actually see that my kids are fine, and, that they just look like normal, healthy children, then they truly will understand that you don't really need to have dairy in your life in growing up.
Okay. Okay.
One of the earliest memory I have of Rithika is I think I met her after a year of her going vegan, and then there were very few vegans about 13 years ago. So that is like whenever I just asked her one question: where were you for a whole year? Because like you crave to meet vegans or like mine. Second thing was that she was so young that time. Like I was like very touched by someone so young, completely changed her life and remained, true to what she believes in, remained vegan. That is also
Oh,
like very
lovely.
inspiring.
That
And
I
after that, like she has become a vegan mom. She's so courageous in our very loving country to raise her both the children with no animal milk. And that is her inner strength to keep going on and on not only herself, her two children, in an environment which is, not necessarily always very friendly or understanding. Maybe you are seen as someone who is off your mind, or you are judged, or, you think you're going to not take care of your children. What kind of mom are you? Can't you afford giving milk? I'm sure, Rithika, you have all these questions asked over the years. And how do you manage all this?
uh, I just, explained to them that I'm not the only one doing it. And fortunately, I've, a lot of people say, like, when they go to doctors after reading stuff on Google, the doctors are very, angry. Why are you reading things on Google? But I think this is where the internet has really helped me, because it connected me to so many more people, following this path and who are as crazy as I was to believe that it was possible. So I think I draw courage from people like you and so many other people who are leading the path. So yeah.
Great, great. So what topic or what area do you think that needs to be more addressed at the expo? What do you think we should focus on?
I think, yeah, for the expo, as varied topics as possible. And when it comes to what I'm going to be talking about with the other vegan moms, we're going to try to just do the same, share our experiences and share our learnings about, even from our vegan pregnancies to the births to raising young babies vegan. Because in India, there's such an ingrained thing that you need ghee to be able to give birth naturally. And I think that's where it begins. Like the moment you're pregnant, people think that you're not going to be able to take care of your child if you're not eating enough ghee. And they eat a lot of ghee when they're pregnant. So it was really shocking for a lot of people to know that I was going to continue being vegan through my pregnancy. But I did it the first time, and then the second time people were a bit more confident that okay, she's done it once before. So yeah, it's just about sharing our experiences, and I think that's what everyone should just share their experiences, and then people will know that okay, it's possible.
all right. Yes,
In
and
fact, she will inspire many, many young women who are planning vegan pregnancy and are having so many doubts, and also, planning to raise vegan children. And then the nutrition is such a big subject. These are our vegan inspirations. So that's the reason why we've got across the board, from London and from US, vegan moms joining in at the expo. All the best. I'm
Wow.
really very excited about it.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
And Shweta, at the expo, what do you think is the topic that we should all, as for awareness, what do you think that people should be talking about or addressing that you want to focus on at the expo?
Well, if you ask me, I would always say cruelty aspect, but then over the time I've realized that how environment and health aspect is also so much important. And I think people are doing great by coming up with more and more brands, more and more food items, more and more different alternatives. So I think bringing everyone together and showing that how veganism is rising and how it's becoming mainstream now is already a fantastic idea that you've put into. And I think even getting NGOs into this expo is a brilliant idea and a brilliant platform for us, in fact. Because that's where we can address all the cruelty aspect and whatever happens with all these industries. So I think you are already doing a great job, and I think equally everything is important. It's not only one aspect but all the aspects, so it has to be like a whole thing, and I think that's perfect already.
And another important thing that you can share is how to set up a foundation. You a different ball game. And I remember a period of quite a few months for you to understand and streamline the process and finally get it was a team effort, and a lot of people struggle with it.
Sorry?
I said a lot of people struggle. A lot of people struggle with setting up how to set up a foundation.
Oh, even I have struggled a lot.
So
definitely it's not easy.
Maybe you can also talk a little bit about setting up a foundation, because that was what you achieved last year.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I think the key is motivating each other. It's all about teamwork. And of course, I am not the only one. There's the whole team behind setting up this entire foundation. It's not only me. Without the team or without everyone's equal efforts, this would have been never possible.
Yes.
So I think it's all about everyone's passion for the same cause. So it makes a lot of difference when there are so many warriors, who are wanting to selflessly work for all these, innocent animals, and without expecting anything in return. So I think that's the main, power. Where when you find such people, I think these are the main assets. These are the, important assets to the foundation. And when you value these people, when you value the teamwork, I think nothing can stop you there.
Yes.
The foundation is, bound to build strong and stronger.
That's true. And when you talk about your army or your warriors, you have to remember that 3 years ago, you just started with 2 or 3 group members.
Yes, 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 yes.
See, group members who were your friends, and expanding to a volunteer base of probably 75 or more than 100. I don't have your numbers today.
I think now we are more than 170 activists.
So,
Yes.
analyze the resources, the passion, and the talent of about 170 volunteers who are giving so much of their time before COVID and during COVID. So that's a whole different ballgame. So I think Rithika and Shweta here are fantastic and people to have on the Global Vegan Business Expo. And I think it's just great. All the best. We are just a few more days to go. Yeah.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me, by the way.
Soon. All right. So this brings us to the end of our bulletin for today. Thanks a lot to all our guest speakers here today. And see you at the expo. Yeah.
Yes.
Tomorrow for the next bulletin. Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye. Thank